Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Honors English. I'm just here with a new update of frequently asked questions for meditation. So this is my frequently asked questions for meditation part 2. I have a part 1 that already exists. If you want to, you can check it out on my Facebook page or in my private Facebook group. And so I'm just here to address a couple more questions that I got because I get a lot of questions about meditation. And I just want to address them all in a video form. Okay, so the first question that I want to address today is people ask me, what is the purpose of meditation? Now, this is a really broad question, and there's a lot of layers to it, so I'm going to try to break it down step by step. The first purpose that I would say meditation has is stress reduction. A lot of people would agree that they could use stress reduction, and meditation is a very easy and oftentimes relatively inexpensive way for you to really release stress. Stress starts in the mind, and eventually it becomes hardened in the body, and you can start to alleviate that if you understand meditation and you learn how to use it as a tool to process the events of the day rather than storing them in your mind and storing them in your body as leftovers or stress. 2, you can use meditation to change your habits. So let's say you have a bad habit, like some people might come to me and say, I would like to stop smoking, for instance. You can use meditation to go into your kind of subconscious and deep meditation, program your mind using intention, and start to retweak your habit strength so that it's much easier for you to kind of let go of the pre-programmed habit that you already have and kind of rewrite over that a new habit that you're trying to establish. Number 3, understanding the self, the nature of the mind. So some people just want to use meditation for self-study. They want to kind of figure out, why do I keep having this particular dream? What is it? Something about my childhood I want to understand, or even something about my past life. Or some people will say, I want to learn about focus. I really want to focus. Like I'm a student, I want to get really good test grades, and I say you can use meditation for that as well. You can use meditation to focus for extended periods of time, or if you just want to silence your mind so that you can concentrate particularly well, you can use meditation for that as well. Next, there are people who are interested in meditation for spiritual exploration, spiritual power, spiritual growth. Some people want to learn how to astral travel. Some people want to have out-of-body experiences. Other people want to get psychic ability. All of that stuff you can acquire if you become particularly good at meditation. The last 2, one is integration. In my tradition, they particularly focus on integration, which is the kind of synthesis, the merger of all the different aspects of yourself so that you can become the highest expression of yourself here in this present moment. So integration is something that helps to incorporate the highest aspects of you as well as the everyday aspect of you, right? So that's something to be worked on. It's not something you can get in a few minutes, but it's in fact one of the more functional tools, functional ways to use meditation. Lastly, you can use meditation, of course, for self-realization, or in the traditional word, they would say enlightenment. And typically doesn't come overnight. You have to do meditation for extended periods of time, or really intense meditations, and you can progress towards that goal as well. Second question, how do I protect myself from psychic attack? Now, if you're asking me this, my first question would be, why do you think you're under psychic attack? But let's say you actually are under psychic attack. We usually say you should meditate and imagine a purple bubble around you as you meditate. And as you leave the house for the day, imagine that purple bubble around you again, and just kind of keep it in your awareness, this purple bubble, as you're traveling throughout your day. And if you ever find a moment where you find yourself vulnerable, just bring that purple bubble back to your awareness. And that's the basic technique that we use to protect ourselves from psychic attack. Question 3, how do I stop myself from falling asleep when I meditate? Now, to some extent, there's nothing you could do about this, right? meditation is essentially you putting yourself to sleep but staying awake. So that's a tricky thing for your body, because your body, in every other instance, when you start falling asleep, your body thinks, I want to fall asleep. So in meditation, you are putting your body to sleep, but your mind is staying awake. My first recommendation in this is that you sit up. Don't lay down. There are plenty of meditation techniques that involve laying down, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're falling asleep, laying down only helps to make it more difficult. So sit up, right? That's the first thing. The second one is, if that's not enough and you still fall asleep sitting up, meditate with your eyes open, right? There's a lot of visual stimulation when your eyes are open. So we recommend that you focus on a particular thing, either a particular dot or a particular picture, or even something on your body. But whatever the case, you want to create a point of concentration so that you are not all over the place, but you are focused and you're concentrating your mind. Lastly, if that still doesn't work and you still fall asleep, you want to hold your finger up. Now you want to hold it like while it's in your lap or something, so you're not straining yourself while you're in meditation, but you want to hold yourself in a way, like if you just hold your finger up while you're sitting there in meditation, so that if you do fall asleep, it will in fact create a sensation and it will trigger you to wake back up, right? It will trigger you to wake back up. So you create a part of your body, or you hold your body in a way so that while you're in meditation, if you do fall asleep, your body will talk to you and let you know, hey, I'm here and it's time for us to wake up. All right, number 4. Is it possible to heal your body from disease using meditation? Okay, so the simple answer to this question is yes. Now, you can certainly figure out where the disease is taking place. You can certainly do things to help disease using meditation. However, I will recommend that you go to a doctor. I will recommend that you get a diagnosis from a doctor, a specific diagnosis about the exact disease that you are suffering from. If you in fact are suffering from a disease, and even the strain of the disease is important. You can, with most non-life-threatening diseases, use herbs, diet, vitamins, fasting, energetic healing, meaning meditation, yoga, acupuncture, and lifestyle changes such as stress reduction and exercise to heal and begin to bring yourself to balance and recover from any issues that you most likely are having. But you want to have a proper diagnosis, and you want to know how severe or chronic the thing that you're suffering from is. So though for that, I said go to a doctor first, and then if you choose to go the holistic route, you can use these tools to bring you to a better place. All right, number 5. How do you keep your mind from racing when you meditate? All right, so this is a question I get a lot. And even in the first one, my first FAQ, people were asking me about how do you silence the mind. So I want to kind of give a technique to address this. This is a really simple technique that anybody should be able to use. I would recommend that you focus on breathing in and out of your nose, and focus on the air coming in and out of your nose. Breathe in for 8 seconds, breathe out for 8 seconds, and just feel the feeling. Put your attention on the sensation of the feeling of air going in and out of your nose, and just allow your mind to be absorbed in that feeling of the air going in and out of your nose. If any sounds occur that you think may be distracting, simply refocus your attention on the sensation of air going in and out of your nose. It's really simple. Anybody should be able to do that. I recommend you do that 20 minutes every day. That should be able to allow you to get into a space of meditation, and you won't necessarily have to concern yourself with your mind racing, quote unquote. Okay, last question. How do I achieve the full lotus? Now, for those of you who don't know, the full lotus is a yogic posture that you will hold your body and you sit cross-legged with both your legs cross-legged over each other. I don't recommend the full lotus for meditation. I can do the full lotus. I've done it for years. But as you do it, and after about 20 or 30 minutes when I do it personally, it starts to become more about the posture and less about the meditation. So it's while the full lotus is a great posture for purification of the nervous system, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to meditate. I recommend the half lotus, or just simply sit in a chair or sit on sana, whatever the case. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend the full lotus position. So if you're trying to do the full lotus and pull it off, though, I do recommend that you use the half lotus and just sit in the half lotus on one side and just like watch a movie or something. Watch a movie, hang out, allow your body to stretch and relax, and just breathe while you're watching the movie. And then a couple of days later, or even later on that day, cut on another movie, switch your legs on the other side of the half lotus, hang out in it. So you're just hanging out in the half lotus for an hour, 2 hours at a time. And over time, you'll be able to go into the full lotus, at first with a little bit of tension in your knees and in your tendons, but over time it'll be easy and it'll be something that helps to purify you. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Honors English Meditation FAQ Part 2.